Hey guys, it's Aaron from HCPA and I'm here to give you some top tips on identifying some healthy foods and healthy snacks that you have in your household already. Now, we're pretty much a nation full of snackers. We snack literally between our meals, and that's not a bad thing because we've got to keep our body going. It's pretty much like a car, we've got to get the petrol, keep on moving. And what we need is that food to get us from A to B, and A to B is literally from breakfast to lunch or lunch to dinner. So that snack would just get us to and from. But it's the what kind of snack that we kind of need really. So if you look in your cupboards, look in your fridges, I'll probably guarantee that there's going to be some sort of bad snacks in there. And what I mean by that is it's going to be either high salts, high sugars or high fatty kind of snacks. So that could relate to your crisps, your cakes, your biscuits, anything along those lines. And what happens is when we think of a snack, we always think of the unhealthy side of things, and how can I try and transfer that or try and get a swap into a nice healthy snack? So if you are a person that likes eating a few biscuits with your tea, okay, that's really good, but then when does one biscuit become a whole packet? When do you know when to stop? And what is the right portion if you want to eat some cake? So you know you're going to consume a lot of sugar in that sense. So a nice easy swap would be either some fruit, or you can also select some vegetables with that as well. Now with the fruit, with the vegetables, a really good one would be carrot sticks and hummus. Really good. It's a good dip as well. It's got chickpeas in it, it's got a little bit of lemon in there as well, so it's quite refreshing for your taste buds as well. Goes down lovely treat. You could even swap the carrot sticks with celery sticks as well. Just gives the celery a little bit of flavour with that at the same time. That's literally one way where you one or two snacks that you could do. Another snack that I normally do is I've got some pistachio nuts. Now with pistachio nuts, these are just really good and also high in protein that our body also needs as well, just for our muscles. Now what you're going to find is, yes, nuts and also seeds will also be high in fat, so the portion control is going to be pretty much roughly around about 30, maybe 40 grams worth. So that's going to be roughly around about a hand or maybe two handfuls, and that should be enough. So something like this, even though it's pretty small, I would actually go with half of this. I would be, me personally, half of this would probably do 2 snacks worth. And hey, you don't have to go overboard. It's basically doing the job of, yes, I'm hungry from literally my breakfast to lunch or my lunch to dinner, and that's all it's doing, is it's just getting past that hunger stage, and then it doesn't make me overeat when I get to my second or my third meal. And that's just really important. What will happen if I have more of a sugary kind of snack in between my meals is I'll eat all that sugar or all that high fats or high salts as a snack, and then when it does get to my lunch or my dinner time, I'm just not interested. The body will just shut itself down. It doesn't want to eat any of that goodness that you're going to be putting into the body. It would rather just keep on snacking or keep on having those high sugars. So it is important to try and just swap. I'm not saying never eat any of those foods, but try and swap those foods if you can. And for me, nuts, seeds, so pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds are going to be really, really good. You can also put those into your cereals, for instance, and that's going to come on to my next bit, is how can I make my breakfast or my lunches or my dinner healthier as well. So with the seeds, what I would suggest is, if you normally have just plain porridge or plain oats or clusters, anything like that that's going to be quite healthy, and you want to try and zest it up a little bit, something like berries, really, really good. So you've got blueberries, you have strawberries, gooseberries, blackberries, any kind of berry is going to be fantastic, especially for your breakfast. Put it in, it's a really good mixture as well. It's one of the lowest in sugar contents as well for you, on consuming in the sugar side. Berries, very, very light. Again, just a handful will actually get you through. You can use this as a snack at the same time. So literally try and experiment. A lot of people will try and have that honey or a little bit of sugar sprinkled on top, especially with porridge or oats, just to sweeten it up. Literally berries or some sort of fruit, bananas can also do the trick as well. It's got its natural sugar. Its natural sugar is fructose. It's natural. I can't say any more about it. It's natural. It's good for us. So yeah, just try and experiment something a little bit different. It is. Even if you try it for a week, just a whole week of breakfasts, of your porridge, of your oats, your clusters, you may actually see a difference in your energy systems. If you're having more of a high sugary kind of breakfast, as in Frosties or Cocoa Pops, any of that kind of like really high sugar, you may see like a dip in energy throughout the day. But if you have more of a high kind of carb, as in your oats or your porridge, mix it in with some fruit, you're going to feel a lot better. Your energy systems are going to go skyrocket, and that's also a good thing at the same time. With that saying though, a lot of people will say, well, fruit has sugar and sugar's bad for us. Well, it is and it isn't at the same time. So you have your natural sugars, and that's going to be your fruits, and also your vegetables will also contain some traces of sugar. And then because it's natural, fructose, it's all natural for you, then you'll also have your bad sugars, and that will also form your bad foods and your bad snacks. With that, that's pretty much man-made. Anything man-made is going to be bad for our body, I'm afraid. Even though it will taste good to our body, it's going to have no nutrition value whatsoever. And like I said, I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to just give you that little bit of knowledge, that little bit of education on what you're trying to put in the body to actually feed the body on what it truly needs. So a lot of people say, well, because of the sugar in the fruits and vegetables, what kind of fruits and vegetables should I be eating? First thing I would normally say is everything. Try and eat all your fruits, all your vegetables. Even if there's something that you haven't tried before, just give it a go. Just give it a go. Your taste buds will change. I fully understand that it's not for everyone, and there will be some fruits or some vegetables that you're not going to like, and there will be some that you will absolutely love. Least amount of sugar will be your blackberries, will be your gooseberries, will be your strawberries, and will be your blueberries. Least amount of sugar in all fruits. Now, the ones that you do need to look out for that has actually got a high amount of sugar in the terms of grams will be pretty much your cherries, your mangoes, and your pomegranates. Very, very sweet, your cherries, and also your mangoes. I know that a lot of people do like a mango. So one portion of a mango is, if you cut it in half, 1/2 equals to one portion. Basically, in a whole mango, you're going to get roughly around about 26 grams of sugar. Now, that sounds rather low to some people, but what you're going to find is on our daily account, for our sugar content, for an adult, it's 30 grams of sugar that we should have as an allowance. Now, if we have a whole mango, we're having 26 grams of sugar. So what that's going to tell us is we've only got 4 grams of sugar to play around with. So halve that mango, have half, that's one portion. You can even go back and have the other half maybe the next day. It's not going to go off whatsoever. Put it back into the fridge or wherever you store it. That's going to be the best solution for you. Like I said, your cherries and your pomegranates, cherries are naturally sweet as well at the same time. Again, it's just going to be a handful, literally 4, maybe 5 cherries most. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, if you keep on grabbing a whole bunch of them, okay, 10, 11, 12, that's where the sugar count actually comes up. So yeah, just be careful on that. A lot of people do say to me, oh, what about apples, what about bananas? Again, they're just roughly in the middle, okay, not too high, not too low. I'm not saying never eat an apple, never eat a banana, don't eat grapes. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying there will be sugar content in all fruits. It's natural sugar called fructose. Don't be scared to eat any fruit, okay, give it a try. It's just portions on that as well, okay. With that though, I am just going to move on to fruit and vegetables and why they're also good for our body. So even though our high sugar, fats and salts for our snacks gives us no nutrition value whatsoever because it's just sugar at the end of the day, our healthier snacks, as in our fruits and our vegetables, will contain a lot of vitamins and also a lot of minerals that our body crucially needs. Now, we do have 6 vitamins. They are vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. Now I'm going to just talk through a couple of those, even though all of them are important, but some are important than others. So number 1 that I'm going to go through is going to be vitamin D. And vitamin D, what that does is it helps regulate the amount of calcium and phosphate that's in our body. So what this does is it keeps our bones, our teeth and our muscles really healthy. So that's pretty much our most important vitamin that we crucially need. What you're going to find is our biggest source of vitamin D is going to be from the sun. Now, I fully understand everyone's going to be at home indoors and it is coming towards that summertime and it will get hot, and the best way to get the sun is to go outside. Now I know that's going to be very limited, so if you do have a garden or if you do have a balcony, I'm going to say open those doors, open those windows and just step outside. That's going to be your best solution of absorbing the sun and absorbing that vitamin D. Now, the worrying thing about that is, yes, when the sun is out, you cannot absorb it if you're indoors through a window or through any kind of glass door, because it acts like a shield. Even though you are going to feel the heat, you must stand outside of the actual house or wherever you are to absorb that vitamin D. That's generally how it works with our body. Our bodies just can't absorb it any other way. But how else could we absorb vitamin D if we don't have the sun and we're always indoors? this is where food comes into it. So foods will include mostly fish, so your salmons, your sardines, your tuna, your mackerels. These are all oily fishes as well. And it's a good thing that these are oily fishes. These are omega-3s and also omega-6. And that's exactly what vitamin D is pretty much in. And it's also part of our Eat Well guide as well, that we need at least 1, maybe 2 oily fish per week. That's one way on getting our vitamin D and also some omega-3s and omega-6s into our body. Dairy products as well, so because it keeps our bones and our teeth healthy for us, so we do need some dairy products, as in a little bit of cheese, milk, soy milk, very, very good, and it's got quite a lot of vitamin D in there as well at the same time. Also orange juice, really, really good orange juice. You can even have oranges, lemons, limes, any kind of citrus fruits. That's where you're going to be getting your vitamin D from as well. So there is ways to come around it, but if you can get into your gardens when the sun is out, please do, because that's where you're going to be getting your vitamin D from, and you are going to be feeling a lot more energized as well. Please keep on eating those fruits and also those fishes, those meats. Keep on drinking those dairy products as well, because that will just boost up your vitamin D. The second one that I'm going to come to is vitamin K. Now, a lot of people don't really know about vitamin K or what it actually does for the body. Vitamin K is important for blood clotting and also bone metabolism as well. So with that, it's probably why a lot of people don't eat these kind of foods, because these foods actually include a lot of dark green vegetables. Now, number one with vitamin K is going to be kale and spinach. Now, if you ever forget about vitamin K, always just remember vitamin K, kale. Okay, that's how I remember it. So one of the vegetables that I think of is kale and spinach. Very, very dark. You'll also have broccoli. You'll also have Brussels sprouts, and then also cauliflower will come into vitamin K as well at the same time. It's just the dark green leaf vegetable, even though on top is white, it's got a lot of vitamin K in there at the same time. What you're going to find with spinach, it will have 200 times more iron than any other vegetable in the vitamin K. So I know spinach, a lot of people may not like spinach. You can have spinach as uncooked, and there's a lot of benefits from that as well. If you have it uncooked, then you're not losing any nutrients whatsoever. If you do decide to cook your spinach or any other kind of vegetable, your dark greens vegetable shall I say, you are going to lose up to 60% of your nutrients. So what you could possibly do is just cook them for a lesser time, have a little bit of a crunch. That will be also beneficial for you, and you're not going to be losing up to 60%. But you can also eat those vegetables raw. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You'll have more of your nutrients that way as well. So those are just little snippets of vitamin K and also vitamin D at the same time. So one's very, very important for our body that we generally need, and also another one we don't need that we don't know much about. Just think vitamin K. I always think of kale. You can think of any other vegetable you want for that into that category as well. Now, last but not least, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a demonstration. More about the hydration side of things as well. And I'm going to say when you think of drinks or when I think of drinks, I kind of think of like water or teas and coffees, just to try to hydrate myself. Now, I do know a lot of people will go for Coca-Colas or lemonades or Fantas, any of those kind of drinks. How can I make it better for you guys out there? And I came up with a solution. It works well for me, so hopefully it's going to be working well for you as well at the same time. Sparkling water. I fully understand that not enough people actually drink sparkling water. Statistics are quite shocking when it comes to it. On average, an average person will drink 7 litres of sparkling water a year. Just 1 year, you're only accumulating 7 litres. Okay, so it's not that much, but there's loads of benefits from it. So it's a refreshing beverage and good alternative to your sugary soft drinks. Because it's carbonated, it doesn't mean it's going to be bad for you. Yes, it's carbonated water, and yes, there's carbonated water in your Coca-Colas, in your lemonades, in your Fantas. That's what gives it the fizz. That's where it gives that noise when you open it up. Doesn't mean it's bad in sparkling water terms. These waters are actually captured from an actual mineral spring, and that will equals to natural. And so that's a good thing. So it hasn't been tampered with whatsoever. When that's been bottled up, you know that there's nothing added to it. So it's all natural. It's also, other benefits to it is 100 times less damaging than a sugary soft drink for your bones and for your teeth. Now, again, you are going to get that stigma of, oh, but if I keep on drinking loads, it's going to be bad for my teeth because it's fizzy. It's still water at the end of the day. It's the most natural element on the planet, basically. So I would probably say just start experimenting with it. And that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be experimenting some sparkling water. So what I've got with me is sparkling water, and what I'm going to do is I've got some juices, so some juices that I normally would dilute with it, and I can make my own flavoured water basically. Just literally a little bit of fun. It makes you drink a little bit more water as well at the same time. So I'm just going to grab a glass, open that up, so as you can see, and here, okay, so that fizz, I'm just going to pour some in, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of orange juice in there as well. So this is kind of my Fanta as such, so just going to pour some in, just a little bit, and what you're going to find is your own sparkling water with orange. And then if I taste it, to me it tastes like Fanta, but it's going to be 100 times more healthier for you at the same time. So really, really good. My next one, I'm going to be adding some blackcurrant to it as well. So let's just put some more sparkling water in there. Okay, and again, this is really, really good if you just want to experiment at home. So I'm just going to put some in there. Okay. So again, sparkling water with a little bit of blackcurrant. Just fizzy blackcurrant, that's all it is. But all I know, as you know, is just sparkling water and blackcurrant, or sparkling water and orange juice. That's generally all it is. It's so easy to do. Now my next one, you may actually find them in the supermarkets. You may find sparkling water with a hint of strawberry or a hint of kiwi or hint of peach, and if you do look at the back of the food packages, you will find that it will have some sort of traces of sugar or some sweeteners involved. Water is the most natural element on planet. Water should never ever contain any sugar whatsoever. But there is a way around of putting natural fruits in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my glass of natural water, natural sparkling water. Just going to put that there, and I've got myself a lemon. I'm just going to cut off a piece of lemon. And the idea of this is a lemon or piece of lime, or you can even put strawberries or cucumber into it. It just makes it refreshing. It gives it a little bit of a taste as well. So let me put this lemon straight in there. Okay, just going to give it a little bit of a taste. Instantly I can taste that lemon, or if I had a lime, I'll put that in there. It just makes it more fresh. It just makes it just a lot better for your body, and there's a lot less sugar in there as you would normally get in a glass of Coke or a glass of lemonade. Okay, theoretically that is pretty much your lemonade. Okay, so I would say give that a try. All you need is a couple ingredients, and that is sparkling water. Grab yourselves some fruit, so lemon, limes. You could even grab strawberries, that's going to be really good for it. You can grab yourself a kiwi fruit, or even have a cucumber. So those kind of fruits are really refreshing. And also just grab yourselves some diluted juice. And what you're going to find is you've got yourself endless drinks that's going to be really healthy for the body. Now, I want to say thank you for listening to me. Give that a little go, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.